Sharp. I'm a writer and musician. I'm based in Liverpool. And we're in the Blue Coat today for one of our storytelling sessions for Discovering the Liverpool Irish, which is part of the Liverpool Irish Festival. And we've been working with a group of adult community participants who are interested in Irish culture generally and Irish traditional storytelling. And we've been, over the past few weeks, learning some traditional stories and working with some Liverpool-based storytellers on actually telling the stories themselves. And today we've got a guest storyteller, Kate Corkery, who is the storyteller in residence at the Irish Cultural Centre in London.
And they're fun, they're light. Now Pat is a great guy.
My job today, hopefully, is to meet these lovely people and to see where they're at, what they think of doing, and see how I can help them to bring it on, bring it out, so they get that confidence to tell the story in their way. So that's my job today, you see.
Yeah, I mean, today really it's to hear some traditional stories from Kate Corkery, but also it's really about each teller, each new storyteller developing his or her own skills and his or her own kind of personal approach to it, because there's no point acting or seeing it as a performance or trying to be somebody else. It's got to be realistic, it's got to be natural. So really today is about they've hopefully already chosen the stories they want to tell, so today it's really about finding their own style in telling them and just practising that.
I know the omnibus. This is what happens, you see.
We've had around four sessions, and I think that on a personal level I've enjoyed the session where we just literally took a traditional Irish story, looked at it for 10 minutes and then retold it, and I didn't think I'd be capable of, which sounds bizarre because I've got involved with the storytelling project, but yeah, it was a really nice feeling to just be able to kind of take ownership of that story and retell it. And the more that I practiced and the more comfortable I get with the stories I want to tell at the Mouth of the Mersey event, it's quite nerve-wracking, but just something interesting and fun to be involved with.
This is a good story to tell.
So it's usually just about relaxing and realising that everyone's kind of already got the gift of the gab, even if they don't realise it at first, and finding their own personal style as well, without feeling like they have to be some kind of old wifey wrapped in a shawl sitting by a fireside or something. It's kind of getting rid of a lot of that kind of imagery and realising that storytelling is something that can be very contemporary and fresh and personal.
Strange is crying. And the story is...
I'm a writer, and the whole point of this is to tell a story rather than something off the written page. So it's been nice to get that freedom, if you like, to not be stuck, tied down to those words, but to keep the flow going. That I found exhilarating. Definitely looking forward to the storytelling. Nice.
I think it'd be quite nice to have to sort of try and reclaim that traditional process of telling stories to my son, to other children in my family. I read a lot with my son, but I think it'd be quite nice to, in years to come, be the grandma that can pick a story and retell it, and just create that stronger bond within families. Bedrooms of the woman's family.
The other people involved, I think everybody's come from various different backgrounds, and everyone's got their own view about their own nerves, and their own view about how what form the story is going to take. That's and it's been nice to exchange those ideas with people and get other people's points of view. Again, as a writer, you tend to be a bit on your own. So working with a group is always nice to do.
We had a session where we spoke to Tugboat Kath, who lives on the tugboats at the Albert Dock, and I think it would be really nice to try and stay involved with the storytelling community that's growing within Liverpool, and to maybe get involved in more things with the Irish Festival as well.
But the idea is after these sessions that they will keep meeting themselves, hopefully, or they keep going to these storytelling nights. The whole thing has been as much about finding out what's already happening in Liverpool and in Merseyside generally, so that they can keep it going after these sessions.
People were obviously apprehensive and they were sort of clinging to different things on paper which is always, you know, a sign of them being nervous and afraid to sort of just speak without referring to a text. But one after the other, once we did some exercises where we were just improvising anyway, and I gave them some stories to tell each other. We also did a group story. I gave them an idea for a group story that they could share the narration of. So there's plenty to be going on with. I think they have a lot now, and I'm sure in a few weeks they'll piece it together and be brilliant. Yeah, it's lovely to meet them. Lovely, lovely group. Good day.